This video may or may not be censored by fucking YouTube. And shit. Roll the intro. Welcome to the ScottTheTruckDriver podcast, hosted on Dlive. For those of you who are listening or watching this later, I'm doing this as an experiment on Dlive. I'm hosting my podcasts here. I am also recording them and posting them to the other platforms I'm experimenting with. And I am planning on posting this particular podcast on YouTube at some point just to see what happens. But I kind of wanted to share with all of you some of the things my thoughts on why I'm doing this and some of the things I've been experimenting with. I also want to, lately I've been getting a lot of, I've been hearing a lot about this new platform called LBRY. And I decided to test it out today, so I wanted to kind of go through some of that. So this is kind of going to be partially a rant about what YouTube's doing, and also what I'm doing in response to it for my content. I think my YouTube career is over. I don't think I can call myself a YouTuber, even though I'm still posting content there for now. I don't think that I have a future on YouTube anymore. I used to think that. One of the biggest reasons I quit being a truck driver was because I thought I had enough, of momentum to grow my YouTube channel to a point where I could do it almost full time. And for a great deal of time, I was able to do it pretty much full time. I had to drop down to part time over the past 6 months, because the ad revenue tanked, because the algorithm started to, I guess, downgrade who gets to see my notifications, who gets to see my videos. And, just the pattern that it followed basically led me to believe that, it's game over. But it took me a few months to really just come to terms with that. I still kept making videos and producing content during that time. And it just didn't go anywhere. So now I'm exploring branching out. There's a lot of new or new-ish platforms out there that don't have these problems that YouTube is currently rife with. So I wanted to do some reactions today. There's a couple of videos on YouTube that I'm going to react to. And I also wanted to discuss the platforms that I'm currently posting on, and kind of because I get a lot of feedback in the YouTube comments about people having difficulty signing up to some of these platforms. Some of you are here on Dlive, and I want to thank those of you that have come here, that have clicked the referral link. It tells me who has clicked over and signed up. And I appreciate those of you who are willing to take the time to test out these new platforms, and I hope you also create content on these platforms, so that we can grow these communities outside the bounds of Silicon Valley, outside the censorship that's kind of just all over the place. Now, I'm not particularly politically controversial, except maybe in the nutritional world. And I'm not really here to talk about politics today, because while politics is behind the scenes a motivator for these platforms to be doing what they're doing, it's not the sole reason. I do believe still that YouTube's decisions are mostly based on economics and profit. And unfortunately, the way things have become politicized in the advertiser sphere, in you know, which is their main source of revenue for YouTube, it's making it's kind of forcing their hand in a way, and I understand that. But not to say that they're not screwing up on a bit one-sided side of the spectrum, but I don't like being on a platform to know that the moment that I step out of line, I'm gonna get fucked, you know. And I'm watching creators who honestly aren't really bothering me, or anyone else for that matter, that other than some really triggered motherfuckers, that are getting banned. They're getting demonetized. YouTube is pulling back. You know, first they took the step to make it harder to start out on YouTube as a partner. Now, I was around YouTube back in the day, all right, where it was the wild, wild west. You didn't make money unless you were one of the YouTube's chosen. Those were the old days of YouTube. And maybe it was better that way, but then you had people crying that they couldn't get past that whole selection process. And eventually YouTube opened partnership up to pretty much anybody that had a phone number. And that was, you know, probably not the best choice, because advertisers don't want their ads on everything. You need to give advertisers the room to pick and choose where they put their money. I knew the moment that these adpocalypses started happening, that basically YouTube is doomed to go the way of regular mainstream TV, where everything's safe for advertisers, or you don't get to watch it, and you don't get to create it. And that needs to change. Now, during this time period, at the same time YouTube is catering to advertisers and activist groups, at the same time you have platforms like Dlive, Minds, BitChute, and now LBRY popping up to step into that void that's being created by them deplatforming and censoring and downgrading and demonetizing creators. And make no mistake, creators work really hard on their videos. I put a lot of work into this, even just this week, trying to build up here on Dlive, trying to, you know, publish content and keep my show alive. You know, my podcasts, my talking head videos, my adventure videos, my newly formed karaoke videos. You know, these are all things I want to keep going. Plus, now I'm just live streaming just because I can. So if you're looking to hang out with me or talk to me, you can do so on Dlive. I'm streaming there exclusively. I'm not going to stream on YouTube anymore. I didn't even ever bother with Twitch. Dlive's my new stream home, just because I like the format. I like cryptocurrency, which we're going to talk about a little bit, and how all that works, at least my understanding of it. I'm not an expert on these things. I'm just trying to share with my YouTube audience, who is going to hopefully watch this on YouTube, what I've learned and where I'm going with things going forward. You know, am I going to completely abandon YouTube? No. I mean, in fact, a lot of the content I still watch is there, but I'm also starting to consume content outside the platform, which YouTube should be worried about. I'm spending time watching streams here on Dlive. I'm spending time on BitChute. I'm spending time on Minds, and I'm also spending time. I'm going to be spending time with a new platform. Although I'm a little bit on the fence about this other platform I'm testing, so I'm not encouraging anybody to follow me there yet. I mean, you can if you want to. If you want to mess around with the platform, it's kind of fun to play around with the new platforms, because it's such a Wild West thing going on. You know, like, you don't know what kind of content you're going to see on these platforms. You know, and even last night on Dlive, I saw a streamer, and basically he was doing chat roulette and responding to it and sharing that with everybody. And I was particularly entertained by that. I donated some crypto to him and everything, and I thought that was, he opened chests regularly too. So I actually, all the crypto I gave to him, I actually ended up getting back in the chest openings. And for those of you who don't know, if you're on if you're watching a stream and the person you're watching, he can put a bunch of crypto in the, Lino points in the chest and then open it. And then whoever was most active gets a shot at getting a share of that plus a ticket for the drawings that happen every day. So, these are all things that are fun. First of all, I enjoy that dynamic of Dlive, and that's why I'm choosing to spend my time creating content here at the moment as a launching platform right now. YouTube used to be my launching platform. Like, I would make a video, it would go to YouTube, and then I would mirror it to my other platforms. Now, YouTube is a mirror site for me. I want to host my content, for the long form videos here on Minds, for the short form, or here on Dlive, and for the short form videos, I'll probably host those on Minds simply because I can upload there. And then I'm keeping LBRY.com and BitChute as like mirror sites as well, until I see that those are viable platforms. BitChute does seem to be fairly viable, but to be fair, I tried to upload a video of one of these podcasts yesterday and it failed to process and then disappeared. So, I'm not giving up on that, but I am, and plus the video quality on BitChute is atrocious, whereas LBRY is pretty awesome. Like, you can get the original full quality video downloaded at the very least. I don't know if what quality the in-app streamer thing is, but we'll go over LBRY in a little bit. But let's get into some of these videos that I want to kind of react to. I'm not going to watch all of them. I just want to kind of get it as kind of a good conversation starter for me to riff off of, and go from there. So let's now, I've been a fan of Tim Pool for a while, and he's been at the forefront of this this whole, I don't know, culture war, I believe he calls it, but it's more or less, he's been covering all of this instance of YouTube censorship, Twitter censorship, Facebook censorship. And as many of you know, I've backed off of Facebook, and I backed off of Twitter a long time ago, and now I'm backing off of YouTube. And it's because I'm disgusted with this as a creator. It's not that I am sympathetic to the opinions of everybody that's being banned. I am sympathetic to the fact that they're being banned for their work. Now, make no mistake, I'm sure there are people who deserve to be banned that are being banned, but I'm a free speech advocate. If they're not breaking the law of free speech, they should not be banned. And then you're going to have other people say, well, YouTube's got the right, it's a private company. And Facebook and Twitter claiming the same thing. And there's currently legislation in Congress that's going to change or could change this. But right now, these platforms are unable to be sued for their content, and they want to keep it that way. But yet they want the power to control public discourse. And that would be, as big as these companies are now, that would be like your cell phone company not liking your conversation and removing your ability to talk to people through your cell service. That is how big these companies are. We're not talking about small platforms here, which indeed should have the right to curate what people can and can't do on their platforms. But these huge platforms have become centers of communication in the modern day. And we can't just sit here and let them control based on political views, based on activist groups getting triggered, based on advertisers not wanting certain things to be said, and have them retain all the rights of, all the immunity. If they're going to curate their content, then their liability should come along with it, in which case they would have to get rid of the bots and personally watch every fucking video and make sure it's okay to be approved to go on the site. They want the best of both worlds. They want the ability to do that, and they don't want any of the liability. There's specific laws about this that I believe came out in the 90s, and they've kind of been enjoying the best of both worlds. So the direction YouTube is heading, according to Tim Pool and this article that he's reading from the tablet, he reacts to articles. I'm reacting to him reacting to articles, so because I kind of want to pause and respond. So let's get going on this.
There's a very real possibility this YouTube channel will be shut down at some point, and potentially soon. I think my main channel, which is youtube.com/Timcast, that is not this channel. You are on Timcast News. I think, because YouTube puts the name Timcast in this, people get confused. But yes, there's a different channel, my main channel, with more subscribers, and people don't know that. youtube.com/Timcast. Subscribe there if you haven't. There's a very real possibility this channel gets deleted.
Also, he is on BitChute, he is on Minds, and he is on LBRY, too.
Since the Vox adpocalypse, and actually well before this, we have seen channels being purged, losing monetization, being kicked out of the partner program entirely, meaning you can no longer make ads, period, and some channels being outright deleted. Recently, the channel Black Pigeon Speaks just deleted. Channel in good standing. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with Black Pigeon.
Now, to be clear, this part of it hasn't, I'm at the bottom tier of ads, and I've always been at the bottom tier of ads because I swear. I'm still monetized. I still can run ads. I don't know how. I've definitely criticized YouTube over the years. I've definitely talked a lot of shit about corporations and sometimes about the very people that advertised on my videos. About the very companies. I would make an ad, for example, talking about glyphosate and how it's destroying us and our food system and agriculture, and I'd talk tons of shit about Monsanto. And then they would run a fucking weed killer ad in the middle of my fucking mid-roll video. So essentially they were paying me to talk shit about their product. Now, arguably, you could understand, well, I would have thought I would have got demonetized for it. I didn't. They were content to, I guess, counterpoint. And I don't have a problem with that. A lot of people are like, well, you shouldn't take money from... No, if they're going to fucking pay me to talk, as long as I don't tailor myself or censor myself or change my, the things I talk about based on the fact that these advertisers are funding my channel, then so be it. They get their say in the middle of my video, and to try and counter whatever I'm saying, I guess, would be how I look at it. And I have said I'm going to remove the mid-rolls, but at this point, since I'm no longer going to use YouTube as a first-tier publishing site, I'm just going to throw mid-rolls on everything I put on there and make the chump change ad revenue I'm still allowed to have. But I have no illusions that sooner or later that's going away from my channel. It's going to be gone. I guarantee you, because I'm not holding back anymore. I'm just like, look, this is it. And I'm going to call them on their bullshit. And someday my channel may disappear, which is why I want you all to keep an eye on these other platforms if you like my content. And not just me, but any of these people that are being censored. And also encourage your people that you watch, in the comments. Let them know, look, can you post backups on another platform just in case? Or is there another spot I can look in case this happens to you and you suddenly disappear off YouTube? Do this for the people that you watch, your favorite YouTubers, because you never know when their content might be on the chopping block and that their channel will just be gone. Or it might be demonetized, or the entire business model will be shattered. These are all things to keep in mind. You encourage other creators. I'm not just being selfish here and talking about myself. I'm talking about people that I follow that are under the chopping block, and there are. I watch Jordan Peterson, for example. Jordan Peterson's hated by a great deal of political even though he's an intellectual, even though he's a centrist, he's kind of, he's even left-leaning a little bit, ironically, in some areas that he talks about. But, he does it. He's like an intellectual. He doesn't step out of line. Doesn't even swear, to my knowledge. I think I've heard him swear maybe twice in the hours of lectures I've watched of his. He's been on the chop. He's starting his own fucking platform because of this shit. That's, kind of the things that have been upsetting me a little bit, that people that I watch are getting hammered with this. Now, some of the more recent, like Louder with Crowder, I never watched his shit until actually I never started watching his shit till this whole controversy blew up. You know? And yeah, he's offensive, but he's not breaking the law. And he had millions of subscribers. So it's costing a lot of dollars. His employees. Philip DeFranco, a news channel that I watch, he got hit with the monetization a long time ago, and he's diversified to the point where he can withstand it because he has direct sales of merchandise. He has direct sponsors of his videos. So he can weather that storm. You know, so if all of his icons are yellow or non-existent, he can still support his employees and make his content. But think about the little guy that you never fucking hear from again. I've found a few of them since I've started wandering around these platforms. Turns out when you get fucked over by YouTube, the first thing you do on the new platform is bitch about YouTube. Kind of like this podcast. But, you know, there's been plenty of people who were essentially the same size channel that I am. You know, around 10,000 subscribers. Some of them 15,000-ish, so on and so forth. Had a nice little income coming in. Everything was going fine. YouTube changed its guidelines. Bam. Adpocalypse, Voxpocalypse, all of this apocalypse shit. And gone. Little YouTuber, rug pulled out from under him. You know, and you add to the fact that now you need at least 1,000 subscribers, and I forget how many hours of watch time before you can even become a YouTube partner now. You know, which is fine, I guess. It would be fine if the algorithm wasn't as punishing as it is now, and you could amass that goal very quickly. But I tried starting a second channel, and that didn't happen. I started a second channel, Scott the Photographer, on YouTube, which I haven't posted to in a while. At the same time, I started my Minds account, and my Minds account has grown 4 times as fast. You know, I think I got close to 100 subscribers. I haven't looked in a while on my photography channel, and I'm at 660 something or 50 something on Minds with over 200,000 views on my posts. So I would say my growth on Minds has been exponential compared to starting a new channel on YouTube. And oh, for fuck's sakes. Hold on, I gotta silence my cell phone and be professional. Yeah, alright. But, you know, that's what I'm kind of talking about here is you can't grow. And it's okay to not pay new creators as long as you provide them the opportunity to grow to the point where you can pay them. So I don't really have a problem with the fact that they did that if the algorithm would allow for growth. But the algorithm has been tweaked and messed with to, you know, if it detects anything that is flagged as forbidden, you're going to be screwed. You're not going to be able to produce content, you know, and have it get put in front of eyes for people to subscribe to. Not to mention that when they do subscribe, they might not know whenever you post. And even if they click the notification bell, they might not get the notifications, you know. So far, I'm noticing here on Dlive, when I go live, everyone gets a notification. I have Dlive on my phone. When a streamer I watch goes on, it sends me a notification. So-and-so's live. And if I want to go watch, I go watch. If I don't make it to the live stream and I want to still watch it, I can go watch the replay for the first 7 days. Then it goes away after 7 days. But, you know, in all of it's what is aligning is YouTube is going to basically go the way of television.
Other than seeing the logo sometimes on YouTube, so I wasn't really familiar with what was going on. But community outcry, channel got restored, and now I have a better understanding because in the wake, people have kind of reported what's happened. So my understanding is that, you know, people say that Black Pigeon is kind of just like a conservative. I'm not really sure. I don't want to, you know, falsely label somebody, but this is a channel that did nothing wrong, monetized, in good standing, Thanos. Just YouTube said, purge. Steven Crowder said during the Vox adpocalypse that we are facing a new apocalypse, that YouTube is going to start purging channels, and they are. About a year ago, we saw a wave of mass demonetization. What that meant was full channels were switched from the green money icon, meaning all ads, to the yellow icon, only some ads. You still make money when you are demonetized.
And that has hit me, too. And it hits me sometimes weirdly. Like, it'll start out demonetized, and then somehow it becomes monetized. And I haven't figured that out. You know, I don't know if maybe somebody at YouTube likes my shit and they go in and fix it or whatever. I have no idea. But then there's a few videos. Ironically, one of them is the one where I said I'm leaving Facebook, that have the yellow icon, and the yellow icon is there to stay, which means only advertisers in the bottom tier, you know, that don't give a shit about what you say, are able to put ads on that video. Unfortunately, you know, those ads are pretty cheap to buy too. And you get hardly any really income from those, you know, and those videos make maybe $10 over a span of time of the lifespan of the video, as opposed to a video that's well monetized that could make me $100 over time. Or at the very least 30 or $40. The average is $20 to $30 per video I post over time, over the lifespan, you know, to where all the initial subscribers have watched it, and, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know. Now, I'm not going to play too much because I don't want to make this super long, and this is a long rant that he goes, but you should go watch this video. He makes a lot of good points about this. But basically, to sum it up a little, you know, YouTube is essentially trying to become a mainstream platform, like almost like a cable company or Netflix or something like that. And they want to cater to the advertisers who are under pressure from activist groups to not be associated with certain things. And unfortunately, YouTube used to be a melding pot of a variety of opinions, and, you know, from extreme left to extreme right, all of these opinions were out there, and you as the viewer could determine your experience by what you want to watch. But now YouTube is not only censoring and getting rid of some of these people that the advertisers are pressuring them to take their ads off of, and that the activists are pressuring them to silence. You know, it's no longer this platform where everybody can share their opinion, or where everybody can communicate, where creators can post their content. You have channels that have nothing to do with politics getting banned. You know, conspiracy theorists. Why would you ban conspiracy theories? They've been around forever. Everyone knows that there's conspiracy theories out there. I have a tinfoil hat that I put on every once in a while about various things. It's entertaining. No one's watching a conspiracy theory going, hey, this must be fact. But now we're not allowed to hear that on YouTube anymore. Those, you know, flat earthers are getting banned. I'm not a flat earther. I don't believe in flat earth, but they're getting banned. I don't think that's right. I am not bothered by them going on YouTube and making flat earth videos. In fact, I watch a former vegan who's calls herself a flat earth nurse, because she's entertaining as hell to watch. I don't buy into some of her stuff that she's saying, but I like to hear it. I like to have the freedom to hear it. So it's not just a freedom of speech issue that's going on YouTube. It's a freedom of what you get to watch. You know, like here on Dlive, they have a little filter for if I want to watch stuff that might have more extreme opinions, or that might be, you know, not safe for work or whatever. Same thing with Minds. There's a setting in there. If I don't want to watch it, I don't have to. Ironically, there's people bitching on Minds because of that filter. And I'm like, look, at least you can post here. You can't post that at all on, like, Facebook. you know, and they're mad because they get their exposure reduced because anybody that has their filter turned off doesn't get to see that in their feed. And I believe it's the same here on Dlive. If I want to see all the streams that may contain content like that, I have to turn the filter on. And I have no problem with that. And if I'm going to make content like that, if I wanted to sit here and talk about extreme politics and all of that, which I'm not talking about right now, I'm talking about freedom of speech, which should be universal to all sides of the argument. I can just simply turn that tag on for that stream, and it won't show up in the main feeds unless someone else has that switch turned on, and it's right in the thing. We can go over that at some point to kind of show you that, but you know, actually, I can kind of show you that right now. Let's open this up on Dlive. Hey, there's me. Isn't that great? So when you come into browse, like say I want, of course there's a lot of games here, but there's other things too. There's Dlive. Chatting is a big one. You got music, news. There's news outlets on here. And say I wanted to look at the news streams, and you see this little switch. Let me zoom in here, which I currently have turned on, that show X tag content. That means if they're streaming and they have also turned on their filter properly, and there are moderators that check, then you can go in and watch their stream, and that's a complete freedom of speech. And I'm willing to bet that some of these streams would be banned from a platform like Facebook or a platform like YouTube, and probably Twitch too, which is why I came to Dlive. You know, they're not silencing you, and they're not fucking with their monetization either. I can go into any one of these, and if they're X tagged and I want to watch their stream and I want to support them, I can give them crypto, and they'll be happy. You can exchange the crypto for real money right through the site. That's when YouTube fucks with your monetization, they take away your live streaming ability, and they take away super chat, which is the way people can contribute to you on that platform when you go live. So, these are all things to keep in mind here, that they're going to probably do to people in greater numbers going forward. As I believe they're eventually going to make... Oh, I didn't even put that. I had that in full cam. Sorry, I failed. Let me just show you that real quick, but without going over it again. That would be a fail on my part. But anyways, what I was saying on this news thing, this is the tag here. Sorry I didn't switch my thing. I'm still getting used to live streaming my podcasts. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's close that tab. So, basically, I'm for platforms that allow you to curate your own experience. I gotta zoom that way the hell out. All right. And YouTube is no longer one of those platforms. YouTube curates what you get to see. You can bypass it to a degree and go back to the old school way. I showed you that in the previous stream, where you go into the filters and change it to current uploads. You can do this based on search terms as well, and then you get to sort through whoever uploaded first, or most recent uploads or within the last couple days, stuff like that. And then you get an uncurated feed with which you sort through. And yeah, there's a lot of shit you don't want to have to sort through. It saves you a lot of work when you let them curate for you, but there's videos that you may want in your feed that just aren't going to show up because the algorithm curates it for you. And it's the same with the suggested videos on the side. Those are curated. They're supposed to be curated based on the subjects that you want to watch, but that's just not the case anymore. And I don't know. I don't feel comfortable posting or building my podcasts and my streams and my videos and my content creation on YouTube anymore. It gives me a sick feeling now when I go in and I look at my analytics. And it's pissed me off quite a bit. So getting into, well, let's look at this next complaint video from Computing Forever, which he sounds familiar.
Hey, Donald Trump, you may want to hurry up there, buddy. Oh, the clock is ticking now. This video I'm just shooting quick and dirty here. But I saw on Gab, Nick Monroe, who got kicked off Twitter recently and is now posting on Gab. You
I
can
don't
find him
even
over
know
there.
who the hell that is.
He posted, "We're in the end game now," and he included a screenshot from Twitter of Sinatra Says, saying that his entire YouTube channel has been demonetized. And the reason, I knew this was coming, by the way. I'd gotten wind that this was going to be the new policy that YouTube is implementing, which is that what happens is they will demonetize your entire channel if you have a good portion of, as it says here, a significant portion of your channel is not in line with YouTube partner program policies.
There it is. That's the death knell of content creation there. That is why it's fucked. You're allowing advertisers to control the content. And not only just the monetization of the content, which arguably they have a right to, but the exposure. You know, the fact that the channel's on the platform is upsetting to advertisers now. And to activists. And they're like, these people need to be taken off the platform. Banned, silenced. No longer is it sufficient to take away the money. We want them removed from the platform. And activists pressure the advertisers, and the advertisers pressure YouTube, and there it is. It happens. You know? And I can't blame YouTube. You know, I do blame the advertisers to a degree. And I've, repeatedly said that I think YouTube just needs to go to a user-supported format, and then you don't have to worry about it. People will vote with their wallets what they want to watch. And take away this algorithm-based curation, or at least turn it into one of these switches that you see on these new platforms, to where if I want to view fucked up shit, I can watch fucked up shit. If I don't want to watch fucked up shit, I flick the switch, the fucked up shit goes away. On Minds, if I come across somebody I don't like to watch or see their content or their memes they post and all that bullshit, I go in and I block them and they disappear. It's as if they're not on the platform for me. I don't get to see their posts. They don't get to see my posts. We don't get to interact anymore. And it's just like that. And people are bitching about that, but I agree with that policy. I believe people have the right to dictate what they see and don't see. But I don't want that decision made for me. And YouTube is making that for me, both as a viewer, and it's definitely making it for me as a content creator, and it's unacceptable. And I hope YouTube watches this. I hope this shit might go viral or something. And I'm putting it on YouTube, so who knows? This might be the last video for the channel. Hopefully my backup is finished by the time that happens. Because I am backing my content up on LBRY. I'm mirroring my content over there. Just as an experiment, see how it works out. But I want to know that all my videos that I posted, I don't have to fucking re-upload if that platform goes away. But I will. If it comes to me manually re-uploading shit, I will. And I don't fear that I've been super controversial, but they've also... it's not advertiser friendly to preach natural health. And then it could fall into and natural health is specifically mentioned in the guidelines as a reason that they could take you out. Maybe not ban you, but at the very least take you out of all of the feed algorithms, And essentially the only way somebody would find your videos at that point is if they specifically looked for your channel. They'd also be deranked in the search. And these are all tools being employed by YouTube to silence and suppress content that advertisers and activists are pressuring them to do that. And it's wrong. no one else should be angry at someone and then take away my ability to watch or listen to their content just because they don't like it. I don't agree with that. That's not what freedom of speech is supposed to be about. How are you going to ever hear opposing viewpoints? You're going to turn the internet into one big fucking echo chamber. We don't need any more echo chambers. Facebook and Twitter both got that shit on lockdown. They're the best echo chambers you'll ever see. I want to hear opposing viewpoints without having whoever stating the non-mainstream opinion getting slammed and destroyed and marginalized and ruined, essentially. You know, it is what it is.
So even if, you know, your latest video is fine and haven't been demonetized in a while, again, they're just looking for any friggin' excuse. And I knew this crap was going to happen. This was inevitable, that they were going to say, hey, look, let's say a third of your videos or more, whatever, or a quarter, whatever the metric they choose, there's a certain high percentage.
I'm not at a real high percentage, but I would say probably I have maybe 10 or 15 demonetized videos with the yellow icon. So how many more does it take before that, what he's mentioning, kicks in and a certain percentage of my videos goes over that percentage and then they just take out the whole channel? Is that something I should invest all my time and effort into creating content for? To know that, yeah, I might be making a little bit of money now, but further on down the line, that could be the end of that.
Percentage of your videos are demonetized on your channel, or not eligible for monetization, according to YouTube, of course. To say nothing about the fact that we're able to actually get sponsors from time to time. So there are companies that are perfectly happy to have their stuff on our videos, but we'll demonetize you for that now. Now Sinatra says that.
Now here's the flaw of that argument. You know, there are people. First of all, if you're a small YouTuber, you don't have sponsors. The only sponsors you can get are people that personally contribute to you, and I have an avenue that people have been supporting my channel on. But I think it's still unfair to ask the same people to do it over and over again. And the way I'm seeing this stack up is when they stifle your ability to grow, to acquire new subscribers, to get the exposure necessary, that well will dry up. You know, you're not going to have one person that continually contributes to you over a long period of time, as the people will come and go. And the only way that that is a sustainable business model for a YouTuber is to always have new people coming in and contributing and then moving along and have a flow in a sense. I've had some very generous contributors over my 4 years on YouTube, and some of whom have helped me be able to do it full time for as long as I did. But I did not expect that they would continue to do that for the entirety of my career. I always counted on the fact that I could grow the channel and get more subscribers and get more viewers, and then new people would contribute if they liked my shit for a little while the old contributors would move on to contribute to other YouTubers and creators. And many people that did contribute to me contributed to a whole bunch of people. So I think, you know, that's... They're taking away your ability to grow at the same time that they're demonetizing you. And sometimes some channels they're just deleting completely from their platform. Depends on, I guess, how controversial you really are. I don't think I'm in that category where they're going to come along and put the smack down, but I do know that sooner or later my monetization will be gone. It'll go from abysmal, which is where it's at right now, to gone, much like he's saying is going to happen. Because occasionally I say shit that is not advertiser friendly. You know, and it is what it is. I that's all the more reason I can't build on a YouTube platform anymore. I'm willing to come out here and make content for free at this point, rather than post it on YouTube for the measly $100 a month that YouTube might pay me. And I do stress might. The only time I hit $100 a month is if I do a live stream and people super chat there. Well, I still have the ability to do that. I don't want to take that chance. And I've had a lot of comments on this subject since the last time I mentioned this. And I wasn't planning on posting another stream this week on YouTube. But I wanted to kind of share my little journey on what I've been working on so far, and that's what I've been working on. So, yeah. Now, the next thing I want to kind of go over is what I've been up to on these platforms. For those of you who are watching this content on YouTube, first I want to go into Minds, and I got to be careful because I don't have my filter turned on mine, so I want to just show my channel, which is safe for work. So, you might be saying, well, how do I keep up with your shit? Well, I've been working on multiple fronts. I'm still ironing out the kinks. First and foremost, for the most important things like this podcast, for example, although I am one podcast behind on my blog. If you come here, I plan on eventually posting. This is an unannounced stream that I'm doing right now. Because I want to reward people that did come over to Dlive and are following me here. Welcome, Mr. Humpty 284. LOL. What were you LOLing about? So if we look, this is my website. I added this new tab where I'm going to post my streaming schedule here for those of you who want to do that. Plus, I'm also going to mirror my streams down here. So if you want to keep track from outside any of these platforms, you can do so on my website. And I'm also on my blog. I will be posting all mirrored content on here. I did mention I was going live that day. So you can find my stuff basically on my website. But I recommend you'd find it a lot quicker. If we look at my Minds and zoom in, like for example, I just posted this and I tagged it so that it would go to the top and stay there. If people are on Minds right now, they click through here, they'll come right to the stream and be able to participate. Somebody even commented, it looks like, can't wait till later, 3 hours later, it was, there was anyway. All right. But yeah, and I've mirrored other content. This is the stream I did last night where I was just hanging out and playing poker, just, which is another thing I'm enjoying doing on the platform. But I'm throwing my podcasts up there, and I'm also, reminding other people's content that I find good and stuff like that. And so I've been up there. I've posted some exclusive videos, mainly some truck driver karaoke, because you have a 15-minute limit on here. So there's some of that on there that are hosted on the platform itself. And images, I haven't really put a lot of photography up there yet, but I am moving away from Instagram, and I will be posting my photography on Minds going forward. I like the interface. I like the community for the photography on there. There's a vast amount of people posting pictures on there, and some of them are particularly talented. There's artists on there that I find pretty talented, and I like seeing that content. There's musicians on there. This isn't all political rejects on here. Some of them are just artists and creators that are on here that don't want to have to worry about anything. It is what it is. Or maybe they're disenfranchised by the ban fest that's going on. So, yeah, you can follow me on Minds, and you will be able to keep up with anything I do, because I do mirror all my shit that I post on other platforms to this. This is my social media platform. I don't post on Facebook anymore. I don't post on Twitter. If you want to keep up and have a feed that's not fucked with about my stuff, you'll find it on Minds. So there's that and shit. Adult content. Mr. Humpty 284 is in the chat room. Yeah, there's adult content on Minds, by the way. There's plenty of adult content. and I have my filter turned on, and I just want, I'm not going to live stream that because you're liable to see some shit pop up in the feed. And it does. It pops up in your feed when you have your filter turned off. So, but I like that. I like that. If you don't want to see that shit, you don't have to. Mine's introduced a jury system now, where if you upload something not safe for work, and you don't want, like, if it's not tagged properly, they didn't put their tag on the thing that it was not safe for work, then you can report it. Some people abuse that. And then it gets thrown to a jury system, which it randomly picks you while you're on the platform. You'll get a pop-up window. It's happened to me once. And you actually get some of the crypto, the Minds tokens, by serving as a juror, and choosing to see the content and then decide whether or not it's a good claim or a bad claim. Some people are abusing that for the politics stuff, because there have been ones that I submitted to me as a jury is not safe for work, and I'm like, what's not safe for work about it? It's just an opinion. So thank you, Tokimo Gaming, for donating and shit, for some ice cream and some lemons. Thank you, I appreciate it. And for those of you watching on YouTube, Tokimo Gaming just essentially contributed to this stream. It's the same as Super Chat, only it's crypto based. So that's what that's all about. So thanks a lot, Tokimo. If the chest, if you're still here and the chest is available, I'll probably open it and maybe throw a little bit in there. So that's where we're at, with that. The other thing is BitChute that I've been posting to my channel on BitChute. Now, this is a mirror site, so I don't post here first. There's nothing really exclusive going to be. There's a little bit of exclusive when I first started it out. I did post the anti-vax censorship one. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, there's a full podcast or stream I did talking about that, and I posted it on here. This topic is something I've had an opinion on for a while that I couldn't talk about on YouTube. But there it is on my BitChute if you are interested in watching it. It's also in my Minds feed. It's also in my blog on my website. So I am using this as a kind of a hosting spot that's safe. And the way BitChute works is it's a torrent client within the web browser. So when you're watching something, you're also seeding it for others to watch, and it's kind of a BitTorrent-based decentralized platform. They have content on here that's not only not safe for work and flagged. You can flag and unflag on this site as well. They also have not safe for life content, which means you might see something bad. I have my filters disabled. I don't have a problem with seeing bad shit, and I have seen some bad shit. But my problem with BitChute is the video quality is atrocious, and the curation is mediocre. I'm not happy with the search engine. It's kind of clunky, and it's really hard to sort through and find good content. And even when you do, the video quality, that's my one big complaint, is the video quality is low with BitChute, and it's low. It's hard to navigate and find content you want to watch. It does have a search engine, but I don't find that it's that good. And there's not a lot of creators on there, it seems. Most of the disenfranchised or banned creators are coming here and post and mirroring their content. You can mirror your YouTube content. I didn't do it on here because of the video quality. I didn't want to mirror it here for that reason. But I don't know. I keep it. I do mirror to it occasionally, not all the time. I was originally going to post exclusive content here, but I'm not feeling that anymore. I'm not feeling like that's the platform I want to do exclusive content. Mine's, has 720p video for 15-minute chunks, and it's good enough to post exclusive video, and I will continue to do exclusives for mines as well as here on Dlive. But for the most part, it's a mirror site for me. So today, I started to mess with LBRY. LBRY is an app. You have to download this front-end app. And it is blockchain based. It has a currency. Let me find it on here. Actually, there's no way to really zoom in. Let me just go full cam here, or full scene. All right, is this still working? All right. So it has, you know, its own currency here, called LBC, I believe, or what is it? I haven't learned the terminology yet. Send LBC. I guess it's called LBRY Bitcoin. Is that what that stands for? But it's LBRY coins. I have 999 LBC. Why? Because I mirrored my YouTube site and they award you 1,000 for that. This is worth real money. You can go to an exchange, and let me pull that up. Let's see here. LBRY. I'm going to go on the FAQ. Let me put this on the screen so you can see it. So if I go into the FAQ here, and this is like a little tutorial on crypto, but there's a lot more to crypto than what I'm going over here. Let's see, where can I buy and sell LBC? And these are the exchanges that are currently, Bittrex is a big one, but I had to go off Bittrex because they're no longer allowed in New York. But if you look down here at the instant exchanges, I found this one to be intriguing. I haven't tried it yet, but essentially you can take that currency and convert it to Ethereum or Bitcoin. Like say I had, where is it? LBRY currency. Yeah, let's find it. Let me zoom in a little bit to make this a little bit bigger, easier to see. There we go. So if I zoom in here and I look, where is LBC? So much drama in the LBC, LBRY credits. There we go. So say I had 10,000 credits. 10,000 credits. That equals this amount of Ethereum. I don't think you can exchange it for USD on here. What you have to do, basically, you're going to go through two exchange processes to turn this into cash. You would convert it to, I would probably go with Bitcoin first, because that's a little bit better than Ethereum, but Ethereum works too. Ethereum's on Coinbase. So you would convert it to Bitcoin, and then you would send it to your Bitcoin wallet. And I have one on Coinbase. You can actually donate Bitcoin to me through the website. But I could send it to my Bitcoin wallet, and then I could cash it out through Coinbase. There's a fee, there's a fee that they charge for doing this. Kind of like, this is like the PayPal of fucking crypto right here. So they charge us a little bit of a commission for converting it for you. Then they send it to your Bitcoin wallet. Then you take it from your Bitcoin wallet at Coinbase or one of the other mainstream wallets, and you convert it to USD and put it in your bank account. There's a fee associated with that. Coinbase is pretty heavy-handed with its fees. They're about the same as what PayPal would charge to do a transaction. So that is how you can monetize your shit on LBRY. And just by mirroring my content today, they've already given me 1,000 of those. But there's other rewards you get on the site or on the app. You know, you can. There's a max of 6 of these you can pick in one day. Today I got going for a stream. I got my first nickel. That gives you a reward for when you first sign up. And then I did my YouTube mirror on here. So my YouTube content should start popping up in probably a week or so. I don't know how long it takes for the queue to resolve all of that. And then I'm on this platform. So, oops. There we go. So the way this platform works is, say I wanted to publish a video. Earlier I published this video. If I come into the Publish tab here, you would fill out all of this and put a thumbnail in. If you wanted to sell it for crypto, you could choose the price, and then people have to pay that in order to watch it or to download it. You can upload anonymously. You don't even have to have a fucking channel. You just put a video out because you are the one who's seeding it to start with. And all it is basically it's like a torrent. It's the blockchain version of a torrent, pretty much. So you essentially keep this app running in the background of your computer. If somebody decides to watch your video, what you will do is see this Sound of Silence karaoke video that I put it up there for a test. I started my Truck Driver karaoke channel. You get charged a little bit of LBC just for the channel to remain on the blockchain. When you want the channel to go away, you just delete the videos from your publishing. And this video is available now. Nobody's watched it yet because, you know, it's not a mainstream platform. This platform's in beta, so I'm not encouraging you. You know, if you want to go fuck around with it, that's probably a good idea. But I have faith that it's going to grow if it irons out some things. Well, you know, which it does need to iron out some things. Like I can't make a profile, everything. It's all open source. It's not centralized at all. There's no CEO that I'm aware of. You can get, you know, different programmers from different places can create code for this site. It is based in a blockchain. It has its own publicly traded crypto. Your content is hosted both on your computer and many other computers. So if somebody goes and downloads this, and when you click to watch it, it downloads the video to your computer, but it also plays it back in the window at the same time. Assuming I at this point I didn't. I uploaded a different codec that their player doesn't like, but I can still find the file on my computer. There'll be a little icon here that says open file. Once you download it, no matter where you are, if you download my video, it'll be on your computer. You can open the folder and look at it through whatever media player you use on your computer. It's essentially you've downloaded my video. If I don't want this on my computer anymore, now let's do that. Let's go into Discover. Let's look at where's a good video that I can not get banned from YouTube for watching. YouTube is dead. This video was actually posted on YouTube. What better way than to do it? So when I click play, here's what's going to happen. It's going to connect to the stream, and it's going to...
Let's talk about the dark side of YouTube.
It's going to start downloading the video. And you see it's buffering because this is a full quality video that it's downloading. So what it's doing is it's downloading it to my computer. At least it should be. Okay, see it's downloading. It's 3% complete. So you can probably let it, you know, based on the quality of the video, if they're uploading a 4K video, it's going to take a lot longer to download than, say, a 1080p or a 720p video. So right now it's 6% complete. So if I press play, it's probably going to buffer again. And you can just wait till that's done downloading, and then you have the video. You don't even have to watch it in the app anymore. It's on your hard drive in the folder that you tell the app to save all your videos to. But say I was watching this, you know, this video is what got me to check out this thing anyway.
Why do a lot of YouTubers actually hate YouTube?
It's really easy to get mad at YouTube at this point, right? Look at all this stuff that's happening on the platform.
YouTube is on a massive decline.
The community is just more unhappy with YouTube than ever.
YouTube is very broken.
This video sold me. It even got vegan gains on there. I don't like vegan gains. But I don't think he should have been banned or fucked with. And he was messed with quite a bit. I think he's completely demonetized now too. His live streaming's disabled too. He's got strikes and shit.
YouTube is being fucking shitty.
The system.
A lot of the people in this little video here, this montage, are people. There's a lot of people in there that I watch, or I'm not even a fan of some of them, but I watch them anyway because I like hearing the discourse. I like to know that there's an argument or whatever.
Is flawed.
Hey YouTube, what the f? It's just ridiculous.
But yeah, if you want to watch that, this video is actually on YouTube, why I quit YouTube, and that's what turned me on to check out LBRY. Plus a couple of subscribers mentioned it. Somebody commented on my last YouTube video that I should check it out. So that's what I'm doing on this stream. I'm checking it out and showing you what I've learned so far with it. So, okay, I've watched the video now. If I like the video, I don't have to do anything. I can move along. It'll get completely downloaded into my download folder and stay there. You need hard drive space for this, by the way. A little bit. So there's that. So obviously you're not going to seed someone's video that, if you don't like their video. So say I didn't like this video and I didn't want to seed it. The original uploader has seeded it. It's there. I have an experiment to see what happens if I turn my computer on and then I go and try. I'll do that experiment another time. I don't know if they download it to a server anywhere on the blockchain, but it's on the blockchain, and I'm not sure how that works exactly in terms of if I turn my computer off and close my app, instead of me seeding it, is it seeded from a default server? I know BitChute has a default server that seeds. I don't have to have my browser open or anything like that. There's no software on my computer for it to seed my videos. It just is seeded directly on the site. So there's at least one server that has a video somewhere. On the blockchain, I'm not sure how that works, but I'm under the impression that I'm the one seeding it from my computer for my videos. So right now, if you go and watch my karaoke video I posted, you'll be able to essentially grab it at that point. So say I didn't like this. It's still downloading, but I'm not going to wait that long. I'm just going to come in here to this little trash can, and I'm also going to delete the file from my computer. And you can tell it what folder to put it in so that you can easily find the videos that you've downloaded, and then I'm going to remove it. So I didn't have to go fuck with it. I could just delete it from my hard drive from the app itself. And that's really all there is to it. And there's surprisingly, let's do a little search here. Keto. See if there's any keto on here. Look at that. Keto fat bombs, delicious. Keto diet update. It's 8 months ago. Let's see, some of these, there's a lot of stuff on here, actually. I'm surprised. Usually when I go to a new platform, there's not a lot of keto. Let's click on one and see what we got here. Beginning my keto journey. Keto diet update and blasphemous coffee talk. Okay, let's see. Let's click play. It's connecting. It's downloading. So right now, I assume this is coming from whoever on the LBRY network has already downloaded this video. Not just the original poster, but once it's out there and somebody has downloaded it, it's also seeded from their computers. And I do believe I can share this, so let's try that feature real quick. LBRY app link, web link. So we're going to grab a web link here. I'm going to go ahead and delete that video because I don't want to host it yet. I don't want my hard drive filled up just yet. I'm actually going to allocate space on a separate drive to do this kind of stuff. So what if I go into that web address and say I post this in my blog or on my website, It uses an outside site. Let's see what it happens. Sit tight. We're searching library blockchain for your asset. And there it is. So, can I embed this player? Is there an embed code? Oh, and then you can embed this player on your website. So, this might be a solution for me to host, and that's I like that. That's a big thing for me right there. If I can embed this player on my blog, which I haven't tested yet, but I will try testing it, then people can, without the app, watch my content, and that's very important. So this might be my hosting solution going forward. Player looks every bit as quality as the original video. It's streaming it. So yeah, that apparently works. So you can share your content on other platforms this way. Very interesting. That is very interesting. I am very happy about that as a content creator. So far so good, you know, in terms of rewards. I'm going to put this invite link in the description. In case you want to join the app, I get rewarded some crypto if you sign up. So if you want to test it out, I don't know. I'm just the fact that I can host video and embed it in my website. That's a big selling point for me. So there will be content of mine going on here. However, here's the thing. I mirrored my YouTube channel. So ScottTheTruckDriver isn't going to be the channel for uploads that I do exclusively on LBRY. They said that's going to take a couple months to get that feature put together to where all my shit can go under the ScottTheTruckDriver umbrella. But for right now, ScottTheTruckDriver on there is going to be mirrored from YouTube. I'm going to announce another channel. Right now I got Truck Driver Karaoke locked up on there. But I'm going to come up with another channel at some point, and I'll let you know what that channel is on LBRY for those of you who do go over to this platform. But I do want to test it out. I think it's just the things I'm seeing so far, and it's in beta, are impressive. And it was not the easiest as a creator to set up. As a consumer, easy as fuck. You know, you get in here, you start browsing, you start downloading, you change your settings. If you go into the settings, you can change what your download directory is. You know, I've got mine set up to the default directory for now, which is in your user profile videos section. Actually, no, that's not the default. I got mine set up to go into my video folder that's on my desktop, so that I can go in and manually get rid of stuff that I don't want. But I prefer to do it from the LBRY section, you know, so that way I can keep track of everything in one section. But so far, I gotta say, first impression LBRY app, it needs some refinement. What I'd like to see on the LBRY app going forward would be a way to create a profile that people could find. The way it stands right now, if I want to find something, this is the search bar up here. Say I wanted to find myself. I don't know if any of my stuff's up there. The truck driver. So I'm not on there yet, but if I do, what happens if I do truck driver karaoke? Oh, it's not showing up. Maybe I put the app truck driver karaoke. It's not showing my video. What the fuck? So yeah, there's that. Oh wait, there. Wait, never mind. There it is. It's right in front of me. I don't know why I didn't see it. So yeah. So did it do it before though? When I did it the first time. Driver karaoke. Yeah, apparently if you want to search for a channel, you have to put the @ in front of it. So it's an empty channel. So my channel's there. It's created. So if you're looking for a channel, that's what you got to do. But if you're just looking for content, karaoke, sound of silence. I don't see my video in there, do I? Oh wait, how to make fun to. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the search engine now because I can't find my shit. So there's that. Truck driver karaoke. I'm getting truck simulator videos. All right, so that is LBRY so far. I'm gonna keep playing with it. I'll keep you posted. I might do some live streams on here where I jump through some of the video content on here and see how it plays out. And yeah, I'm gonna keep experimenting with it going forward. So that's my thoughts. That's what I've been up to. You know, I just want to diversify where I put my content, and I'm really enjoying hosting on Dlive right now, and Minds. Those are the two platforms I'm posting the most to right now. I'm, you know, trying to keep up to speed on my blog on my website, and YouTube's just gonna get a mirror video every once in a while that I do on another platform. So stick around on YouTube. You know, it is what it is. You're going to see some, not all of my content on YouTube. If you want more content, head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com to keep up wherever I post stuff, or go to Minds.com and follow me on Minds and or subscribe on Minds, and you will keep up with everything I post, including the live streams. Or go and follow me on Dlive if you want to participate in live streams and chat and, you know, hang out when I'm doing hangout nights and stuff like that. I plan on doing those because they're fun. I enjoyed it. Like last night I played poker and chatted with a few people that stopped by, and that was that. There's nights where I just hang out and talk and bullshit or watch videos. I've done streams where I just sit there and I watch videos that I would normally just be watching on my own, but I watch and I comment on them and react to them. I've done a stream like that so far. So this is what you're going to miss out on if you don't go to one of these other platforms, is in terms of my other content. And if you're fine with that, so am I. You know, it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can here. This is a real easy format, this streaming format, this new podcast setup I got going with which to me to broadcast. It requires very little setup time now that I've got it all dialed in. I can pretty much fire up the stream and go and start recording. So that's it for this episode. I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just an asshole. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Thank you to Mr. Humpty284 and Tokimo Gaming for stopping by. I'll go ahead. Can I open this chest for the two of you that are here? I'm going to distribute rewards real quick and see how that goes. You are now distributing rewards. I'm distributing 9 Lino points in my chat. See where it is right here. So this is the little chat reward thing. I don't know if anyone's in here still. It's going. This is the first time I've done this, so I don't know if it fucking works good. Blue Lounge, 1, congratulations. I didn't even know you were in here. There you go. You got 9 Lino for hanging out with me. So, thank you once again for that. And I think that empties out the chest. So there's that. Thank you for the follow, Missy Dawn 1978. Alrighty. Follows are good. I can take that off of there. Alright. So if you want to still subscribe to me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. But like I said, these other platforms are if you want to keep up. I no longer trust the YouTube algorithm to do that for me. So, alrighty. Have a good day to those of you. I'm going to end this stream now. I got shit to do. 6 o'clock. I got to get off of here. So, I'll see you all later. I'll probably be uploading this to YouTube tonight, and it'll be posted tomorrow on YouTube. So, have a nice motherfucking day and shit. And thanks for the new followers that came during this stream. Missy Dawn, 1978.